What's up, family? Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast, man. If y'all excuse me. Shoot, I was trying to go live, but Riverside done went up the ante on everything, man. They won't let me stream on different platforms since I'm not paying for the subscription or whatever. So maybe one day, dang, I finally got to pay for it. I mean, I was doing so good with the free one. Wonder what else they took away. I guess I'm going to find out in a little bit. But anyway, man, welcome back, y'all, to the Mental Game Podcast, man. What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? If you're new here, welcome to the family. You know what I'm saying? You're not part of the mental game. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Those that are listening to this later on, man, I appreciate y'all listening. Always tuning in. You know what I'm saying? If you've been rocking with me, you already know. Jay, keep it real over here. You know what I'm saying? This is where we have usually we have a real conversation, but it's just me this time. Usually we have conversations about life, faith, relationships. Most importantly, we talk about mental health. And that's the whole deal about mental game. We have a little bit of laughter mixed in, you know what I'm saying? We joke a lot and this, that, and the other, man. The reason y'all haven't been seeing my co-hosts on here lately, I'm trying to get everybody situated with some branding, and with that being said, quick shout out to the brand, Mental Game. Mental Game started out as a clothing brand, you know what I'm saying? It's apparel with a purpose, mind you, you know what I'm saying? I got short sets. The short sets is on sale, you know what I'm saying, for the summertime. Summertime, you know what I'm saying? Got the men's short sets, men's and women's short sets, man. $60 with free shipping, man. Y'all just hit me up. The website is still down. But if you want, you know what I'm saying, you want to support, you want to look good, feel good, so you can do good, you know what I'm saying? Send me a DM, send me an email, man. I'll get you hooked up with a short set. I'm going to put the ad somewhere on here. It's gonna be on here. Put the video on there. But if you can't, the website's down right now, so if you can, hit me up directly. Mental Game Book Spotlight, man. It's this week. I'm highlighting my journal. This is a men's journal. I haven't come out with the women's journal yet. I'm still working on the color scheme, and really I want to collab with my sister on that one because she has her own line of journals. You make sure y'all hit her up too. I'll put her information to her Amazon front page or whatever, somewhere on here. Y'all hit her up. But me and her collab when it comes to anything I want to put out as a mental health journal for men and women. I collab with my sister. She's been very helpful along the way, man. Shout out to Kim Williams, man. She's also a gospel singer. She has an album coming out soon, EP coming out soon. Can Only Be Kim. That's the acronym COBK. My brother tried to convince her to change it to Kobe, but she wasn't going with it. I don't know what she could have made. I forgot what he made the acronym for Kobe, but I let them tell you one day when they get back on the podcast, man. But this week, I'm highlighting my journal, the Mental Game Daily Check-In Journal, which is this right here. This journal right here. I know people seen it in the episode, maybe like last week or something like that. Some people pointed it out, like, hey man, what's that? This is the Mental Game Daily Check-In Journal. It's a men's mindfulness and accountability journal. This isn't just somewhere where you write your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? In this journal, this is a guided journal is designed to help men slow down, reflect, become more self-aware, and ultimately hold yourself accountable. If you ever felt like things are moving too fast in your life, this helps you check in with yourself. This journal is for you, you know what I'm saying? It's something where you can write in here, you can pull out the positives of the day, you can pull out the negatives, and then you can figure out how you can turn them negatives into positives, man. So if you a man, young man, you know what I'm saying, teenager, whatever, man, I advise you to either purchase this, purchase it for your friend, you know what I'm saying, homeboys and this, that, and other. This is, maybe start like a little accountability group, you know what I'm saying, a group where you can keep your brothers accountable and use this book as a guide, because this is really something you can use to check in with yourself, you know what I'm saying, so that way, work on having a strong mind, man, and making yourself aware and mindful of self. So if you want, man, I'll put the link, I'll put the link to my book in the YouTube description. It's already, I do add it in the YouTube description. So if you're watching this on YouTube, looking at it, I got the link in the description. If you're listening to this on some other platform, just send me a DM, shoot me a message, and I'll get it to you. Birthday shout outs, man. Everybody celebrating birthdays in the month of July, man. We are past halfway of the year, man. Happy birthday to you. Shout out to y'all, man. Anniversaries, man. Anybody still choosing each other each and every year, you know what I'm saying, each and every day, you know what I'm saying, the good way, you know what I'm saying. Continue to pray for strong relationships, especially going forward in 2025 when they got all these songs about cheating and all this other stuff. Shout out to y'all, man, celebrating anniversaries, marriage anniversaries, you being together. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody who says, I'm just going to run to the store real quick and come out with like 5 bags of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people who tell everybody else to stay calm while they secretly panicking in the back of their head. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the folks who always know what's wrong after the argument is over. Shout out to y'all, man. And also shout out to the survivors. If you made it through another week, you made it to this podcast, man. You made it through something that nobody clapped for, nobody acknowledged, man. This one is for you, man. Shout out to you. My faith anchor, man. I always read this verse, man. Y'all should know about heart by now. Joshua 1:9 says, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord God is with you wherever you go. No matter what you face in the day, man, remember, God never said there wouldn't be storms, but he always promised that he'll be there with you through it. You know what I'm saying? So take that with a grain of salt, man. And shout out to God, man. Mental preparedness. This week's tip I have for mental preparedness, man. Get to know your neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Don't just know their names, you know what I'm saying? Just know who's elderly, know who's got issues. I'm not requiring this. I'm just saying this is something that might be good to do, you know what I'm saying, in a state of an emergency. That way you know who might need help during a storm, national emergency, whatever the case may be. The world go to shit, well, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Just, know who might have medical needs, you know what I'm saying? So as a community, you know what I'm saying, you can be better prepared. And I feel like that's one thing that's missing in the world today. Communities were stronger back then, you know what I'm saying, because, everybody knew everybody. It was just different times back then. So just always remember, prepared people don't panic. So if you can, engage your neighbor. I know, I'm guilty of it, you know what I'm saying. I was fortunate for a long time. My next door neighbor to the left of me was my aunt. You know what I'm saying? My aunt's not there anymore. It's just her ex-husband. I still call him Uncle Billy. And, I got Uncle Billy next door. And I kind of know my neighbor across the street, like right across the street from me. I'm familiar with the couple that's next to me. And I'm familiar with the other couple that's kind of quarter to me. So I need to do a better job of that myself. But generally, I stay around some decent folks, so I believe like in an emergency, we'll be able to pull it together. So that's my mental preparedness tip for the week, man. Know your neighbors, learn your neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to rob them or anything, but just get to know your neighbors. Get to know who's old, who's elderly, who might need help during an emergency situation, man, so y'all can pull together and, survive together, because that's what it's all about. I had a random thought this week, and y'all tell me if I'm crazy or not. I honestly believe that like houses should be priced according to the jobs that's available in the surrounding area. Like if the average hardworking person in the community can't afford to live there, something feels broken and something feels weird about that. You know what I'm saying? Like teachers, firefighters, EMTs, people that drive sanitation trucks and stuff like that, nurses, truck drivers, people who are active in keeping their communities running. I just had a random thought about it, man, because I'm like, man, like it's just crazy, man. What do y'all think, man? Tell me if I'm tripping. If I'm wrong, man, let me know in the comments. That's just one of the little random things I was thinking about. Just weighing out cost of living versus wages. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you'll build stronger communities because the people that actually work the communities actually live in the communities. Your teachers, your first responders, people like that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be more personable, like going forward. Call me crazy. You know what I'm saying? And everybody probably save on gas because you work 5 minutes up the street. You know what I'm saying? So gas probably won't be an issue. You know what I'm saying? You commuting, long commutes, that might affect families, you know what I'm saying, and budgets and stuff like that. Because, that $150, $300 a week, man, might be a stretch for some people. So, and then I also think like you'll build some sense of pride in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, just people would probably react a little different. And I think the same thing about police officers. You know what I'm saying? I've always believed that police officers should live in the communities they serve. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's easier said than done because everybody don't want to be the police. You know what I'm saying? But like, just imagine if officers knew families, they knew the kids, they knew the business owners, not just working the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually knew the people. And it probably changed how these officers act out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, hey, man, don't go over here messing with these people, man. You might see them at the grocery store later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think of stuff like that. Because I kind of experienced that when I worked in Conroe, man. It's like everybody I knew that worked there lived in the community. So it was like it was a sense of pride. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, it was like more empathetic because you knew the people. And I believe like it should be like that everywhere. I don't believe a police officer in Pearland. I don't believe a police officer in Houston should drive home to Pearland every day. There's no personal appeal. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you can go over here, stir up a mess, and then you run way over here to go home. Nah, man. I believe you should stay in your community that you serve. You know what I'm saying? But I digress, man. That's just, tell me what y'all think. That's another question. Do you think living in the community changes how people serve it? Let me know in the comments, man. Drop not drop a question. Drop your answers in the comments, man. Let me know, because I want to know. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Send me a DM. Let's talk about it. Another thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to just keep it short and sweet. The people closest to you can hurt you the most. And I know I didn't transition. I went from that to this. The people we were having a conversation with about this week. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just really, I've been sitting on this for a while, and we had a conversation about it this week. Like, I always wonder why people always shocked when somebody close to them. You know what I'm saying? Why are we always shocked when people close to us hurt us? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to just put this out news flash to everybody because it's so blatantly obvious. It's like, it's almost always going to be somebody close. You know what I'm saying? Because, they're close enough to know your weakness. They're close enough to know your hopes, your dreams, your admirations. They're close enough to betray your trust. Anybody else on the outside is not even, you know what I'm saying, is not in your wall, to even violate you that way. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be somebody close. It's always going to be a friend. It might be a family member. It just might be somebody you very, very well know and have a lot of respect for. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm pretty sure any older person can tell you, somebody that's lived long enough can tell you that, you know, usually the deepest wounds don't come from strangers. I mean, I'm talking emotionally, or like, from a messing over standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Because I know people just walk up to people and, unalive people, every other day in some parts of the world. But, I lost my train of thought just like that. I don't know. Hey, y'all got to forgive me, man. I just lost. I know I should be a little bit mentally stronger than that, man. I was playing Madden today, and, I got set up in the trap game, man. So I lost. I got my ass whooped. So I'm still reeling from that. I always tell myself, don't play the game, this close to doing a podcast, because your mind be on the game, man. I need to get my mental game right. No pun intended. Pun intended. But yeah, those wounds, they come from family. They come from friends. They come from people you love. They come from people you've trusted. I've had a few friends in my life betray me. Usually I'm a good judge of character. I can get a good read on people. And, I'll know if they, usually I'm always like, anybody that knows me, when you first knew me at first, I came into the situation quiet. I wasn't always, I'm not always that loud, goofy individual until you know me, but I kind of developed that sense of reading people just over the years of getting messed over by folks, and just, what I'm saying. So normally when I come into contact with new people, I'm quiet. I watch what people do, and I just get a read on people to kind of see how they are, what type of person they're gonna be. Like, oh, that's the type of person that's probably gonna stab you in the back. Oh, this type of person, they cool, what I'm saying, this, that, and other. But I've been blessed and very fortunate to, my circle is I don't want to say my circle's small, but my circle has a good amount of individuals that are, they solid. But that's another story. That's another avenue. But I can't bring up. Honestly, I can't even. That Madden game got me real discombobulated, man. I can't even function on my podcast. You know what I'm saying? But I'll ask another question. Why does betrayal hurt more when it comes from somebody, who's close to you? You know what I'm saying? I know it's an obvious answer, you know what I'm saying? And then after you answer that question, tell me, do you really think that trust can ever truly be rebuilt? In my opinion, I've always said no. You know what I'm saying? I've always said if it, I don't know. Because I'm the type of person, man, like if you ever snake me, you know what I'm saying, and I ever do come back cool with you, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to talk to you for a little bit, and then I might just fade off because in the back of my mind, I'm like, it's like that old wise tale when that man rescued the snake, nursed the snake back to health, and then the snake bit the man again. Well, not again, but the snake bit the man, and he was like, "Well, you knew I was a snake." You know what I'm saying? So I kind of carry that wherever I go. When somebody, and I always had carried the same with me. You know what I'm saying? A snake's gonna be a snake. You know, when somebody show you who you are, when somebody shows you who they are, believe until they prove to you otherwise. But I don't have time. I don't even give people that opportunity. I kind of just fade away. You know what I'm saying? And this is not for my family and my friends who live out of state that, that I talk to every blue moon, or people that just extra busy. You know what I'm saying? And Daniel, that one is for you. Daniel be extra busy. I don't want him to think I'm talking to him, but Daniel be busy, man. Daniel just be disappearing. He'll pop up in Hawaii or something. But that goes for any of my friends. You know who you are. I know I don't talk to you every day, but we all living. You know what I'm saying? That's not to be confused with people that I done faded off for. The people that I faded off from, you kind of know why, but the real ones know I ain't got it. It was understood, ain't got to be explained. So shoot. I still rock with you. If you call me and I answer your phone call, or if you call me and I miss your phone call and I call you back, you know what's up, man. But with all that being said, man, I don't think betrayal should make us bitter. I just think it should make us wiser. You know what I'm saying? I think you should put that in your little mental notebook and use it to grow off of. Use it to kind of make like a little radar. I used to always tell my brother, man, when he hopped around the relationship, like, he used to always talk about, I don't know, man, she's showing me them red flags. I'm like, it might not be that, man. You might be just jumping to conclusions. You know what I'm saying? But, keep it in you, make a mental note of it, and just, revisit it at a later time. If it keep showing itself, you know what I'm saying? Do that. But, you know what I'm saying? You can forgive people without giving them the same access. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we talked about that on a previous podcast before, but you can restrict access. Forgiveness don't always mean wiping the slate clean. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to deal with nobody. You don't have to, give them their membership. Like, I forgive you. Like, I don't, like Tupac said, you know what I'm saying? I want you to still eat, just not at my table. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, don't let that shit make you bitter. Don't let it make you angry. Don't sit on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be angry. And a wise person always said, well, a wise person once said, being angry is like drinking poison and expecting to affect the other person. You know what I'm saying? Just move on. Move on, man. Don't be bitter. Just move on. But I want to leave everybody with this, man. With this question. Have you ever been carrying pain caused by someone else without you realizing how much it was affecting your mental health? Big bold letters. Have you ever been carrying pain caused by someone close to you without even realizing how much it was affecting your mental health? Now, I know there's a lot of people that healed and healed or sat in front of that therapist and was like, all this time I've been holding on to this stuff and it's been affecting how I treat my spouse, how I treat my mom, how I treat my dad, how I treat my friends, and this, that, other, man. And some people haven't healed from it. Some people have. You know what I'm saying? If you have, man, let me know in the comments. Tell us how tell us about the situation. Tell us how you healed from it. I want to hear about it. Let's have a conversation about it. Send me a DM. But today's conversation really comes down to two things, man: community and relationships. I guess the reason why I mentioned the whole community thing and forgiveness and restricting access and learning how to trust people close to you, like healthy communities, healthy relationships require people who care. Healthy relationships. I don't know. I feel that Madden game got me messed up. Healthy relationships require trust. Neither of them is gonna always be perfect, but I believe both are worth investing in. I hit the mark when I wrote that one down. Boy. But at the end of the day, man, protect your peace. Don't stop loving. don't stop loving people. Just continue to make mental notes and just become wiser to the situations that happen. You know what I'm saying? Just be wise. Don't put no walls up. You know what I'm saying? Because you end up building so many walls, you'll die in your own fortress because you can't get out. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that tune in, that continue to tune in, continue to help me raise awareness of mental health, and continue to help me on my journey that I'm going on, podcasting, building a clothing brand at the same time, helping my family build their brands at the same time, man. I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? So, don't forget, Mental Game short sets are still available, $60 with free shipping. It's not too much to ask, you know what I'm saying? I'll ship it to you wherever you are, man. Wherever you are, man. Free shipping, $60. You know what I'm saying? Hit me directly, DM me, send me an email. Don't forget to check out on Amazon. I got the link in the description for the Mental Game daily check-in men's mindfulness and accountability journey. Don't forget about that. Bleh, don't forget about that, man. And always, man, y'all remember, be focused and not foolish, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And we out, man. Holla at y'all. We get this mouse. Hold on. There we go.